Hello, ok. First blood.
Your middle tower is falling.
You think Kaka knew I stole his rum?
Hey, watch my head!
Hey, little buddy, it's in the bag!
XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO, casino and live dealers. Highest payouts, 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET.
Everything's better with Scepter. Oh yeah!
Radiant victory.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBet.
Hello guys and welcome once again to the Prodota Cup by Smashcast TV. We are in a best of one, which I misused and actually put a best of three, but we are in a best of one between the... Let me check that my microphone's correct. 1 second actually. Back to casting, by the way, for those of you who don't know me, so I do have this slight moment of... Is everything working correctly? I've tried it before, but I'm not entirely sure. Things do disconnect and like to change their levels. Okay, cool. So, if the game is too loud or whatever, feel free to tell me. Again, I had to reinstall everything. Computer will not. In fact, I'm actually gonna. Okay. And again, just keep telling me whenever there's issues during the game. But welcome guys to the Prodota Cup by Smashcast TV. We have a match between No Creativity and Clavis Aria in this amazing best of one that determines who can stay in the tournament and who will leave today. And of course, this tournament would not be possible without our great sponsor, XBet, who allow these matches to exist. If you do want to get the highest payout and the most favorable odds, go to Google, check out XBet, and of course, use the code PRO or BOUNTYX to get a free €100 deposit. So, have to go do that. Now, let's get into the game. My name is the Swordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Hope you enjoy my cast as per usual. And let's see what the teams have to offer us today. Nature's Prophet, Shakira, and Sanking are the picks for No Creativity, whereas Clavis Aria pick up a Spirit Breaker, Batrider, Lich, and a Visage. Interesting choice of Visage here with these a lot of global presence, so I can imagine that's a Visage carry. Some people in America, or in Europe, are trying to run him together with Batrider offlane, Spirit Breaker, and Lich supports. I can only imagine. And you do have a lot of global presence with the Spirit Breaker, and he does have a lot of stuns with him, so Lich is not as useless in that regard, because usually his lack of stuns does set him apart. But you do have a Spirit Breaker, which is fantastic, a Lich to win you the lanes. The Spirit Breaker Lich is not a powerful offensive combo, but it's a very hard cow to hit, especially with just one level of that Frost armor. You go easily up to 10 armor, and the towers don't do anything against you. It's a great counter to heroes like Nature's Prophet, for example, who rely on auto attacks in the early game to actually deal damage. It can actually be hurt considerably by the slow. Not hurt. Sorry. It can actually be bothered considerably by the slow that you suffer from that Frost armor. Of course, Clavis Warriors still have to pick one last hero that can be their mid or their carry, depending on where they want to run the Visage. And No Creativity themselves also need to pick up their carry. What could you ban out? I mean, you have a lot of lane domination by Clavis Warriors. Let's see what No Creativity has. They have easy lanes with Jakiro and Sanking, good ganking potential, one long stun with short range stun in the beginning, which is ideal, or otherwise it's slow from the Jakiro and a burst strike from the Sanking. Good amount of team fight coming from that Epicenter and Sonic Wave. And of course, Nature's Prophet with the Wrath of Nature also adds a bit of pushing power. It's a very versatile team, orientating more towards the mid game, so early mid game, but the lanes are not as strong as Clavis Aurea, I would argue, because of the Lich and Spirit Breaker are quite strong laners, and so is Visage, because that great skill is fantastic in the early game where slows are much relevant, especially against heroes like Nature's Prophet. So if Visage is running the carry position, then that would actually over the Nature's Prophet. Now let's see what they will be, what No Creativity will be running as their 5th pick. Viper is banned out by them, thinking Visage is probably carry. That makes a lot of sense. No Creativity. I like the Weaver because she does give you that kind of security in the early game. I think it's a good hero to run against. You're up against a Vat Rider, so the Slark comes to mind. Is actually a pretty decent pickup. Not too weak against Lich because of his amazing amount of magical damage. Furber can't do much against him because Shadow Dance heals him anyway. Visage, of course, is really weak against Slark because you usually want to go for attack speed, and that takes away all your folks' charges. And that's an important factor because now Visage becomes just a naked man in the middle of a very, very difficult mission. So what No Creativity will go for will be the So the 3 heroes that, let's say the most common counters, soft counters to Bat Rider in the lane is Troll because of his range, the Clinks, not Clinks, the Slark because of his Dispel, and the Lifestealer because again of his Dispel. Of course there's other ways, but these are the 3 main heroes played nowadays. Slark did at least common, but I really liked it in this composition. Troll Warlord does fulfill a lot of the same roles in the fact that he can take the Gravekeeper's Cloak easily off Visage, can give you some more pushing power, which I think benefits much more with the synergy, or is much more synergistic with No Creativity's lineup. Peaks at the same time as Queen of Pain and Just Profit, and of course is quite strong against Spirit Breaker, for example, or against the Bat Rider, who want to initiate against him, but Troll, with his high armor, can withstand a decent amount of punishment, especially Visage, who is a mainly physical damage carry as the game progresses. And of course, Troll Warlord, that extra armor will ensure that the Medallion of Courage early on is not that effective of a pickup against him. It doesn't just melt him in 5 seconds like it would with any other hero. Now, let's see what the 5th pick is for Clavis Aurea. Seeing this Troll Warlord, the Viper would have actually been pickup. I'm surprised about the Huskar. I don't think that's great. What can you run in the mid lane against a Queen of Pain and Troll? The Puck actually comes to mind. It's a decent idea. But maybe Puck. Not that big of a fan of the Puck here. Lina actually does seem pretty good, considering the kind of going for. You could also go for Drow mid, but Drow mid against, well, they don't have many melee heroes that can cut the distance between you. And this Drow Visage plus Lich and Bat Rider, you actually have 3 ranged. Drow seems oddly good here. You can even run her in a carry position. Run Visage mid against Queen of Pain should be okay, even though Grave Chill becomes much weaker. Otherwise, Lina or Wind Ranger as well could not be a bad idea. Necrophos. Not that big of a fan of this pick, honestly. Relies much more on having a harder carry as your main carry per se, or a harder core, because Necrophos is a very sacrificial core. It's the reason why Liquid One, I'm still talking about this in a while, but because the reason why the meta is in the meta there's Venomancer and Necrophos so often, because in the meta you have this really strong mid laner, usually someone that can do a lot, and then you run a Necrophos or a Venomancer as the other carries because they can be very sacrificial and still have a lot of impact in the game. However, Necrophos with a Visage as your main carry, and your other core being a Bat Rider, which is mainly an initiation hero with a bit of magical damage early game, but really falls off as the game goes on in terms of damage. I don't know how strong this Necrophos will really be, considering Visage is, after all, well, I mean, I don't know how strong Visage is. Okay, then we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't particularly love this pick. I think a controlling pick here, like a Puck, would have been a bit more effective because of his amount of magical damage, trying to push for the early game. Something like Lina fills the same role, but with more late game. Or like I mentioned earlier, I really thought that the pick here of a Drow Ranger fine, pretty well. The only thing that really stops you is a Sanking and Burrow Strike, but until he gets Ags, it's really hard for him to stop you. And if he blinks, and you see him before he blinks, the chances of you being able to stop him with a quick gust are not that low, so you can take advantage of that. And now we get back into the game. My bad, actually I don't want. I took the. Oh, is it advanced? I believe. Yes, that's we'll just assume it's going to be nice. Can you guys see it properly? Are you guys enjoying the beautiful 18 people on Sky? Yeah, no one's on. Let's see. Alright, looking at how the teams are running. Early game I was still giving to Clavis already. By the neck. I'd like to focus more, but like supposedly did for a really strong lane. But in the mid game, I kinda wanna side with NoCR. I think they do have better picks for the mid game. They actually have very nice pushing lineup as well with Shakira, Profit, Warlord. A bit of extra lane pushing with the Sand King and his Plastic Finale Burrow Strike combo. And of course the Queen of Pain. Also easy for them. Waves. Yeah, it is something that we do in honesty, but if you do have, like, if you're playing with a stand-in, is match, per se, descent, your elimination match, and someone goes, oh, we find our fifth, but play, well, happens sometimes, no big deal. I think, because especially for batters and whatnot, benefit much from being able to five. Now I'm gonna be pausing for just a slight bit. I'll be here, pausing with a bit of music, and then we'll come back right in now.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBet.
And we are back after that short break. Hope you look at the picks. Wow, they picked the exact same heroes. What a surprise! I would have never expected this to happen. In all seriousness, welcome back. Picks are up. Start, maybe finally. And with this, it's a best of one, so it's really going to be a short time. How not used to casting best of ones, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm very much of a best of 3 type of guy. You play me once, that's fine. You play me twice, that's okay. You play me 3 times, that's when you really, that's when you really get it. It's one of those people. But in all honesty, a bit more fair. And best of ones, I think, can happen. I think the picks are also a very big. I think you can do anything. Do anything with it. Even a team that you never expect to win can actually win if you're, or sorry, the right. So. Right into the game, and now a quick smoke, of course, just to ward up a bit for the guys at activity. We're gonna be going in this bottom rune. I want to see if there's any offensive trials happening. Ooh, it does seem like. Oh, it's a decision mid with a necrophone solo and an offensive on the back line. That does not seem like a bad idea. Honestly, like we were talking about earlier, you have to take advantage of the fact that your lanes are much stronger, but your mid game probably is going to lack as opposed to the enemy teams. Because they have a Queen of Pain, they have a Sand King, the Jakiro, the Troll Warlord and Nature's Prophet also equal more times just with 1-2 core items that to fight. Whereas Clavis do have a similar idea with a Batrider, for example, or Batrider peaks at this time and only needs 1 item to fight. But you do have a Necrophos who, even though he's useful, he's not half as useful as the Queen of Pain during the peak. The Visage himself also needs a couple of items to actually be relevant, especially with the Troll Warlord's armor. Even if he goes, especially because that's actually would be a bad option in the game. And the Spirit Breaker, even though he is pretty powerful. He is quite powerful in big cases. I don't know that's the best of it. Because actually has a charge of 6. He should be able to get out fine. There's some bad. Oh, the stun is here. The stun is here. He's trying to find a place to charge. He will find it. Arch of Darkness is ready. Slider, so we're going to find with the Burrow Strike. We're going to follow him. Catch him with the Burrow Strike, but now the charge. Full trigger. Hidado waiting for the last second to really charge. Hits and Greater Bash. Hidado might just go down here. And he's going to sacrifice himself with Greater Bash. He just canceled the charge of Darkness. Why? Ascendancy, stuck against Imba and Mata, and these are the important core. Not just the Visage, he has no armor. It's really easy to kill him, and the Visage will also die at the hands of No Creativity. No Creativity, no quarter, they say, as they murder two right in their face. That was a very weird engagement. I did not see that he canceled the Charge of Darkness. Okay, so that's apparently what happened. I thought he was charging at one point as well. It seems like he didn't. He just canceled it. Actually, he wanted to get the. I know, he was thinking that he was going to get a Greater Bash. That's possible. Interesting, by the way, running the Queen of Pain against the Batrider. I suppose they don't want to run the solo alone, but they do want to run some more offensive trial on top of it. Just to help out. How powerful Nature's Prophet can be if given enough items, I think that's it. Troll versus Visage. Troll should have a decent time. I mean, the issue here is that that's why it's losing so much. Otherwise, Troll should be fine. He deals a lot of physical damage, which is pretty strong. 0 armor, even after a couple of attacks. Very odd. The cloak? Let's call it the cloak. Let's simplify it to the cloak for the cool kids, you know, we can all in the bottom lane, we see better playing quite aggressively, but with the blue. He needs to do this. Another Shadow Strike, also the Purge. This time he's sticking it, but he can just blink himself away. That rather moves from 5 seconds. Apparently, Vega can't quite blink. 8 seconds on negative second blink. Naughty. Earthly 5. He plays aggressively, but he knows that once he forces the from the Queen of Pain, he's pretty much screwed, or screwed in terms of taking it. There's no way she can get the kill against a Batrider. Quite fast, as a Firefly around him. Top lane, Super Pro. He grabs the bit. There is also enough to kill him. He dances away as he sees. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is blink from the Queen of Pain. Batter can't find him. Slatter will try to go on to Donnie with a Burrow Strike, but he's only level 2, so that's the damage. No level something penalized just yet. Ooh, then again, he can blink away. He might not have the time. Actually, the damage to the Batter is strong. well. The slammer comes a bit too late. Caustic Finale, trigger now so he can kill Donnie, maybe get a counter kill, some sort with the Shadow Strike as well. Tries to TP away. Will he die to Slander? Oh, that one last Caustic Finale is simply not enough. He goes back home with 10 HP, but happy as can be, because the Queen of Pain is dead, as you can see. Anyway, the Batrider does take the kill for nothing. This Queen of Pain lane does not seem to be working as well as they would hope for. At least Pro Warlord is doing decently. Going up against only a bit below this he's up below. The great chose becoming a real especially with something called Soul Assumption. And ooh, he's actually acting great chill for extra determination on that. With double slow and against a hero that has no escape mechanism for against a TC, I don't think that's a bad idea, especially because the TP is hard to use in this game for the no creativity guys due to the pot of darkness. There, Spirit Breaker shows himself, Scroll intelligently not just backs away. As in the top lane, they try to find Nono. This is a great tree, but they just eat it. Nono, stuck between the tree and the hero, and the dragon will end up eating him right up. They get a kill onto the enemy carry. Quite important kill, honestly, here for no creativity. Getting a bit more gold on Pumata, trying to put a bit more pressure for the top lane, regain the control, so they can push in early tier 1. And now this Spirit Breaker was caught in the middle of charge. There's no way you can kill them. Let's not forget Spirit Breaker is one of the highest. Like, he's insanely tanky. He's such a beefy hero. Has a great body. So the Spirit Breaker himself, not the easiest hero to kill, especially once he's, unless he's wasting charge. If he's wasting charge of darkness, then maybe you might have a chance despite the TP, but yeah. Let's look at the top link. I feel like, yep, there's this amazing. Forcing Dodo into the wrong position. Dodo's drive will not help as Liquid Fire just decimates him. And now Kidaro trying to run away. Use the empowering haste, but that aura is just not fast enough to run away from the trees. Kidaro stuck in them, and one last hit from Super Pro will do the trick. As in the mid lane, they try to get a counter kill onto Imba, but are unable to. No creativity already starting with a dominating laning phase against a team that was supposed to probably win the lanes. I mean, but the 5 hits, 5 kills, the fact that even though Queen of Pain is below the Batrider, her net worth is not too far off anyone else, especially Visage, who's the main hero after all, your main carry. Of course, it's looking pretty nicely for no creativity. Not a domination to the point of, ooh, they just won the game, but it's a good start. Got him. They hit full breath, get both of them seem. Now Super Pro says, hey, we might be moving around. There's a tree, body blocking again. Garo so annoyed by these little trees, but he can run away in time. As the mid lane, they get a kill against the Lich, Slander, and Imba. Join in, they try to attack the Troll, and Troll attacks them instead. The Hunter becomes the Hunter. This, you guys from no creativity set themselves apart for getting another kill from the Lich. Try to win that mid lane as well as Imba. Look at him go against Ascendancy, not even switching to range. That's the face of Familiars. In addition to a target, Spirit Breaker, they can. They do hit him though, they blind him as well. Mata needs a dual breath onto him. The Troll Warlord goes down. Kidari's in the deep vision, but in the end, he will probably just go down to the dual breath damage. And Ascendancy is being chased down by Super Pro. Those Familiars doing a lot of damage. Route finds him. Ascendancy stuck in the trees. No way to get out of them. But the Familiars stun him out, and the Frost Blast from the Lich will ensure the last hit onto this poor Nature's Prophet, who does get a counter kill and is on the Batrider, on the Visage. In addition to getting a kill in the bottom with just the Queen of Pain alone, which is pretty impressive, but at the same time, they do lose the Troll Warlord and the Nature's Prophet engagement. I would say that's Victoria, but it is so early in the game that you don't really lose that much gold because your net worth is quite deplorable at this point in the game, and your levels are not high enough to give enough to the team. Gonna get so much Satan's charges, but the microing is there. Gonna deny that. Not Super Pro playing a pretty good Nature's Prophet though. The treat against someone that can only dose shot. And there's the charge. To find Mata with Familiars do up. Charge. Finds him. Hitting. The first Familiar misses a stun. Second. Mata will have to sacrifice himself, but Noda might die as a result as well. Super Pro hitting him pretty hard. Just one more hit from the tree. Come on, Super Pro, the charge is coming, and the Spirit Breaker will sacrifice himself just to get the the kill on the Super Pro. Seems like a worthwhile trade. The familiars are too strong right now. As Super Pro dies against them, unable to do anything against this plethora of stuns. That's why you don't laugh at Visage Core. That's why Visage Core wrecks you. He sends familiars where you least expect them, and then goodbye to your whole team. What a player, man. That was really good. Well, while you were doing that, I mean, I guess you see this is the recovered lot. It's like a Sunstrike with wings situation because it's recovering a lot in that regard. Now in the bottom lane, they've used everything. It's kind of going well. Yeah, the Shadow Strike will end up getting that kill. Goodbye to the. That's another kill to the Batrider, evening out that bottom lane. And that forces the Queen of Pain has now become a bit more considerable. And considering she's been playing in the K position, I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. You still play her the same way. Go for an early bail of Discord, try to get a couple laps. Maybe call her up a bit more because you know the mid game is going to be yours anyway. And try to amplify your farm best you can. Maybe take a tower or two, that would be ideal. I'm surprised no tier 1 has fallen for Clavis. Or I guess in favor of no creativity, because if a Jakiro, a Sand King, and Troll War and Night's Prophet, these guys don't naturally push the lanes, especially in the laning stage. But yeah, they made no attempt to go for those towers. No reason to go for them. Because the defense from the Lich is also pretty strong. The Frost Armor, the turn that push a bit. And of course, Night's Prophet only wanted the King to get killed right now. Not quite the towers yet. Maybe if you got like a double kill in the mid lane, for example, they might be able to take a tower. Those familiars also become very annoying. That global presence that familiars plus the Stormbreaker give is surprisingly strong. The Medallion of Courage is already on the missing. Running up against the hard choice to control Warlord is with all of this stuff that he's trying to do, you know, trying to get distance away from Ascendancy, who's become a powerhouse of physical. Now, Nodo and Kidaro get the stroke. We're stealthily walking around as Emily in the bottom lane. The rest just fighting by Shadow Strike. There's no continuing to follow. Third breaker though. The mid lane thing just evading the there's the Cards of Darkness in the start and no armor on him either. The goes the Chainsaw comes down and the Reaper Slice to finish him off. Not there for a second, but that's one total war dead. And Daze is not a big. That damage on the Visage, full assumption, but he does not go down, which is what matters. And I guess Pro does die, ends up being Clavis no need for it. Kidaro might die anyway. The damage is considerable. One last liquid fire, and Kidaro will go down. No, now joins in, says, hey, I want to fight as well. Dual press and he's barely movement speed. He's stuck in a tree. For the burst, right, finds him anyway. He's stunned down. He does heal up or save some of his damage thanks to that infused raindrop, which might have saved his life as they decided not to go afterwards, knowing that 120 damage of the beautiful burst right got negated. The Blink Dagger coming out on the Sand King item. They just profit with an Orchid on him, or with an Orchid as the choice, whereas the Queen of Pain will be going for a Yule. No way of escaping with those drops. One last hit, the Queen of Pain will and the Charging Hunters fight, they just profit. They quite happy to fight, but anyway, Kidaro puts himself in the wolf's mouth, and he goes against the Queen of Pain, fights in the middle of the fray. There's a Wrath of Nature. Kidaro, careful, because all of a sudden a sudden shock of energy might just go through your body. However, the Wrath of Nature, too many creeps, so it's not going to go and hit them. Unfortunately enough, no extra damage means it's hard to get that kill. Queen of Pain reveals herself, and Nodo will just be surprised by her attack anymore. She did have a Sonic Wave, could have attacked him, but not interesting choice to go. Yule Scepter stops the Charge of Darkness, quite good. Stops the possible Reaper Sight, which is also impressive. And of course, the Batrider Lasso. Like you see everything. Oh, hit better be precise. No, stuck in the trees, but still surviving. Ghost Shot on you. Heals back up entirely. Super Pro might not be so lucky. He is not killed by Soul Assumption. They still have vision on him though, and that will ensure his death. Now the Epicenter comes in. They cancel last second with a familiar Slander. Without the Epicenter, doesn't know what to do at the end of the match. He sandstorms himself. Well, how long will that last? How long will before the familiar Goodbye, Slander. Soul Assumption kills him right in the back. And now it's Jakiro. His turn to die. Mata tries to outrun the familiars, but just can't. These little winged bastards are stronger than you are, Mata, and they will just finish him off with one last hit from the Death Bulls. Only hero not present in this engagement was Imba, and they're like, hey, why don't we catch him as well? No creativity is crumbling to shreds, and they only need one more kill, but in comes Pro. Watch even the odds. Gets the first kill. Donnie the next target, and the Spirit Breaker charges to Imba, does not quite get the kill, as the Batrider finds the high ground. Sigrekia is trying to run away, makes it in time, and actually kills the Batrider as well. They need to be precise, they just don't have it. They wasted it last engagement, and with this, the Queen of Pain will make it alive. They will all kill back up and survive Imba, ensuring that his position is secure. He does not die due to Dual Breath onto both. They just want a lot of damage on these familiars, but of course they can just heal back up into the soul more. Be perfectly okay. Mask of Madness is okay, that is. I don't know who was still the waiting period, by the way. That's a fair break. But Mask of Madness is the quiz for both. I'm entirely sure about that. You have a visage with your mainly physical damage against you, but you can boost your armor further. I know Troll can take it because again, there's Berserker melee form. Melee form is a bit of armor. 7 armor, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been 7 armor. The point is, it gives him 6 armor. It's quite a considerable amount of armor. Medallion of Courage takes away 7, so that's already all the armor from Restrictor's Rage takes away, and then Mask of Madness takes away 5. So that's minus 5 armor that you're putting yourself up against a familiar using Visage. You know, he's gonna go for Rod of Atos, probably Agons afterwards, to add a lot of damage to himself. It's really hard to face him. He didn't go for Soul Assumption levels because he knows he's gonna be physical Visage, as opposed to the one that throws out Max Madness Dukes, because they're too costly for him anyway. There's no point in getting it for Rod of Atos. You don't have a mana regen to actually throw that. You rather use Fate Shield. The point is, this is a very dangerous person to be fighting against. Virtual is a ridiculously strong spell for and last a long time. And Troll has no natural escape mechanism and did not go for a blink. Mask of Madness will not be able to try to the water blade. Ooh, destroyed immediately. Last one, quickly everyone is melting. Ascendancy with a double damage deals way too much damage. Kidaro still charging. They know where the Queen of Pain is. Nether Strike is available as well. You also have to stop the Spirit Breaker. But the familiars are still chasing. They need that vision, but they don't have it anymore. And the Queen of Pain will make it alive in the top. Turns out this will be a bit of a potion from the guys at Fox Oria. Brought him down because we can. Wind taking it down, but there's Nether Strike. There's Crater Bash. Nether Strike is available though. Maybe wants to use it. Dire Tower falls to the bottom lane. Or Radiant Tower falls to the bottom lane. And a bit more advantage now going to Clavis Orient to regain after that not so good early game. Seems like their mid game is a bit stronger. This is working much better than pretty confident about this. Now Super Pro being charged. They are giving a lot of options for Super Pro. Something charge. He's putting himself to the perfect and come out. But nope, still gets stunned. Bird Breaker decides to Slander, but it's like he baits him enough to stun. Now stun, and that last form is sure to kill onto. Now, mid lane. Oh, charge. I think he did see the axes. He's walking towards him. Decides not to fight him. Anyway, the point is now they're gonna take a tower, use it for forward, and they're insane pushing the tower as well. After all, that's the whole point of playing this. Trying to take a couple tier 1s, and those tier 1s, I mean, they took 2 tier 1s I suppose, which is okay, but they did not take that third one. And considering a Troll Ward with Nature's Prophet, that's pretty nice. They don't take this into damage most of them. Not looking too good. For the at least their strategy. That seems to be the worst so far. I think this is going to spot the big one for the health. And he did. Congratulations. Yeah. That's it. Up. However, that Batmatter is coming right by you. He knows where you are. He knows where you live. Batmatter decides to back away. Firefly. So, go, Mata, go. But they can still find him. Right? So we'll go for the really. It could be pretty powerful against Visage though, as well. That's a lot of damage from Super Pro in the bottom lane. Oh, did I just see him almost type the familiar? Run away from the familiars, it's so strong! Life Bat hits him and that's too dead. I mean, that's summoned, I believe, yep. By the Visage. The first one did get killed, the second one got resummoned. Best thing they can do, Super Pro was very confident there, and it worked out. It worked out. They really did get the kill. I don't know why they keep picking here. They pick just to go for Super Pro. This would be a great one right now. Still second round, so that's surprisingly they're still confident that this could be a good thing. Add some damage to the familiar, down the tower quite quickly. The bottom lane can already TP, so so with this, the guys at No Creativity will try to open the map, I can assume, and just try to farm as best they can. Get a diffusal blade, which is very important. Also take away that frost armor, not a bad idea. Not a bad species wise. Play the Kidaro too close. Like, yeah, no, honestly, it's fantastic to get the diffusal blade to take away. It's a good way to deal with the frost armor. I mean, you get up to 60 times you can deal with the frost armor. I think you can take that. I think you'll be fine most of the time. If you're gonna paint yourself, you should go for someone sensible. But you should go for Lincolns instead. Trying to save yourself from the Reaper side. I mean, Lincolns is so good. You save yourself from the charges aren't good. The Reaper side, the lasso. I guess to some degree, even the chain frost, even though it does down some deal damage in the first case, so they can't just kill you with one last, the last second chain frost or last second frost blast, which are actually pretty strong spells. All right. So it does seem like a pretty strong. Chain frost, like I said, was used for the last hit. If it was Queen of Pain there, for example, she might have been able to survive. Imagine they canceled Lincoln to last one. I'm just thinking of the pop. Oh, yeah. The two support plus Sonic Wave, they melt down the Visage and the Lich as Regeka joins in. They just brought one TP, Dodo finds him, run of Athos, and they just Prophet joins in, finally sees, then they just for a long time, and then Ice Bat feels like a ghost shot, trying to keep you away, and he will not be able to as Yosef cancel it last second. Super Pro burns again. Dodo now with Reaper side starts filling back up. Thanks for the kill on the Sanking. Mata doesn't know what to do. Where's the Troll Warlord helping out in this engagement? He's just nowhere to be seen. After a great initiation, everyone dies for creativity except for the Queen of Pain. And of course Troll because he was not there. Visage and Lich 4-3. Not that worth it, honestly. This is just quite important. Remember, and they stopped Roshan attempt. But they could have done much more if Troll Warlord was a bit sooner or been there. If it's a miscommunication. someone. No. Goodbye, Nature's Prophet. Up to the floor. Died after the floor. The shrine will not save him from all that damage the Visage can put out. Full of breath. That's why you don't underestimate a Visage, for God's sake. Even go for heaven's sake, deal with his role. It's a fantastic idea. As if you stick him while he's in range, even if he will still last 5 seconds. It's actually a long time. Now, creativity. A bit more against the ropes. 24 minutes in, it seems like they're losing a bit of the control of the game. I mean, they've been really calmly within the whole time, but it seems like the Visage is getting enough items to become a powerhouse in this game. It's rough to the point where it might not be as relevant as it was expected. And it's two. Oh, wait. Sergeyga, though, had a chance to live. Did not, because Lich was pushed off. One last hit. Having the chain frosted. Oh, the Psychic went. Yeah, the Psychic went invisible there, so of course chain frost came out. Prophet, bottom lane, he's got himself right behind support of Prophet. Got enough damage, yep, run away, try to BTP, but they can't find him in time! That flame break was counterproductive! He thought he was being clever, but instead he was being... Well, he just put himself in the worst position. He did not know this Prophet would be pushed away that far, and he could not get the last one in time. Oh, never mind, he didn't have it. Okay, I got really excited for that. Now the Lincoln's feeling very close to. Well, this is already. Oh, the soul crash starting. That is clever. I like that. I like that. You don't need the minus armor by that much, especially if you go for assault. If you ask extra -5 armor anyway, then you're dealing a ridiculous amount of damage. Don't matter what. Shadow Boy is his item. Go by accident. Awesome. Perfect vision, super pro. Ooh, now you know gets him as well. Now twice. Now Lich, all they need is one more hit. Hammer comes in. Joel Scepter to save the Victor Prophet. The Flame Break might just kill him by accident. With 1 stack of sticky napalm, this NP is as good as dead. Found out again by a surprise Shadow Blade and a hit in the head. What can you do? DKB back here with a different hammer now. They go down. Favor of NoCR. No, slow down. Now he'll take it down. Lasso now. Finds the wall. Go back between them. The heroes only get in, but might just go down as well. As Slider misses and misses. Completely. Wow. He didn't even go for the burst right there. He knew he was going to do anything there. He goes Kidado. They do not find him. Run a Matos, sadly. With the stun, decide not to go for it in the end. They're already threatening to do freeze, while they just drop and Queen of Pain trying to do the same, but trying to take instead. Now they're gonna go for some wreck. Let's see, these guys have enough pushing power to match 4 including Visage. Doesn't seem that easy, but they're pretty confident. The Cliff has been used, and the familiars are now out of juice. And they don't have much damage in their attacks anymore. Oh, I was wrong. He's just using a very using them for attack. Right? He's not using them for force. Okay, they're actually pushed off the top lane. Got a base note, he's gonna be stunned before he forward strikes himself away. The other strike not committed though, as they decided it's better to just walk away with a force staff. Recently bought the Lich. Blue TV. Blue TV the first step, and now Spirit Breaker might be yeah, he's gonna charge himself away, and the Yol Scepter finds him last second. Wave available, and so is the Stream of Pain. Kidaro, no need for that ultimate, and you can just kill him with teasing the same game. However, they did lose their racks and results in a 6K net worth lead now in favor of Clavis Orient. I don't know how. I don't know how strong that is to me. Don't know how good that defense was, to be honest. Now let's go for a shot. Can they kill her in time? The Reaper side is committed. Queen of Fate will go down first. Ava still find the Roshan. The silence of Backbiter walks in. Can't stop Ava, but they do Yol's enough for not enough. Dottie will let the capture, and the Aegis goes to Ava. That's a beautiful burst, like hits both. The chain frost decimates Ava. Slander forced to walk away. Yol's Scepter to save himself from their soul substance. And now one last move. Queen of Fate joins back in. All the violence from every team. No, they have a Sonic Wave. Can they kill him in time? No, they're still surviving. He's walking away. Ava's already dead. The Ghost Shroud. That is enough for the Yule Scepter, but he healed back up enough. Now the Nature's Prophet does as well. And everyone goes down for no creativity with only a buyback in Queen of Pain that did absolutely nothing there. And a second that was also forced to buy back and did not do much either. The Nature's Prophet actually bought back there to die back. Ended up being just Clavis Orient, completely dominating, no creativity here. And now Clavis needs to take on this tower in the middle lane. A tier 2 that will fall, meaning the racks are not completely exposed, as the racks have a tower here in mid lane to take care of as well. But there's nothing really to do. Stop doing this over a second without an epicenter. What are you supposed to do? So they continue to push. Travel into the distance. Okay. Looking for a very valuable last one. Already cancel her Lincoln. Banner sees this. What's going on here? Tries to just back away. Don't take Shrines, by the way. They just lost the Roshan. Take the Shrines. It's a good time to go for it. As the lead becomes a 14k net worth, the melee racks go down in the middle lane. How's Arya? Closer. This game. Staying this tournament, kicking away, no creativity. There it is. That's another shrine that goes out or in favor. Again, I love that ratings, by the way. We didn't really talk about it, but it's great. It's been really useful in team fights to stop the Troll Warrior from being too effective by giving that extra miss chance, which is important, especially because it does stack with the evasion, right? There's miss chance and there's evasion, so it does stack like stack full enough. Not the evasion. But you do have a good no help from anyone else. They lose the visitors of important. I think it's Mega who actually has the godlike streak, so it's perfectly fine with the visitors, all things considered, you know. He's not gonna lose you the game. as the game continues because of after the slight pause, a pipe finally gets to be on Necrophos, taking away a lot of the damage that can be put out in the team fight. The Screen of Pain herself as well. Screen of Pain barely will do any damage. So that's I like the fourth color as well. To be honest, I think that's it. And the Shadow Blade has worked wonders for this prediction. I gotta admit, I did not give this Burberry enough credit. He's been destroyed. Forcing it not to go for a Shadow Blade, it's not particularly a good item if you're fighting against Spirit Breaker, because of a variety of reasons. Well, there's the fact that you can't run away from his dust, but it's not even a good initiation item either because he will be able to push charge you by accident against enemies. It's not a good like skill push. It's going to give you a bit of damage. Overall, I do think the Spirit Breaker has done a good enough job of just pushing him into let's call it a suboptimal build. Because caught out again. Lasso, the K-Cross committed between the jumping around, and Super Pro hit twice by it, decimated eventually by the damage. Attacking at this tower. It's the last time for the guys with no creativity to defend this, but they don't have an extra profit, so the forward is fine at best. Man Center starts getting charged, and Dragon's Tail goes in. Look at this damage, goes to the technical. Ultimate, finally finding his technical down, not like freaking favor of no creativity, and that is 2 down already for Clavis Aurea. Definitely can take the does go down really soon. Inla now fighting his alone. Tennessee can take all his damage. He's been disarmed, and that's going to be a dead Troll Warlord. Segregia stops something with the Lincoln Step. The Rachel are coming out. Away with a blink. They will go in. The silence will do a lot of damage. And Lasso stops being any further attack. Tennessee wants to kill Super Pro before dying. Is he forced that, but not the same. He is Donnie. The last guy member of Clavis is being chased out to trees. One Scream of Pain to finish him off. That infused raindrop did not save him at all. Pretty pathetic. Anyway, they charged pretty far, but they led the wrong guy. Necrophos should not have been leading there. He tanked a lot, but it was easy to be killed if they hit him with everything. And as a result, just easy death. Easy death, and take advantage of that. Stops it. He can only give himself away. Strike and the Reaper Sign finish off Super Pro. Great combination. They turn this around. Easily stunned out currently. Lincoln is going to help him out to survive this, but only for a couple seconds longer as Radiance plus that damage from the Necrophos Aura will ensure the kill onto the score. It's but another kills. No creativity. Oh, sorry, that's who want to still maintain their domination. It's hard for no creativity to really come back and take off. Currently, these Destinations Prophet has really made it hard for them to come back into the game. What they're supposed to do essentially, which is trying to push objectives after taking a couple. Because they just Prophet keeps getting caught out, and when you run a 4 vs 5 engagement against a team, when you're supposed to have a really good team fight anyway, it's very hard, especially when the Necrophos is already going to become a powerful power. What are you meant to do? It seemed quite pushes when you just play defensive. Oh, what? Clavis taking. According to take no creativity taking the pool. There's the Roshan actually just spawned. But not Spirit Breaker. We're not expecting the Roshan to spawn right on the 7-minute mark, but see it. Now they spawn has the advantage here in terms of information. But he just saw this Roshan with the sticky A bomb, meaning that these Roshan takers. Well, I guess with Visage they are actually. Okay. Well, he only has but she might even be selling it. He does have a little bit of minus armor, they do have help. Will he go for the plus 150 damage or what? Actually don't know. I think both of them are pretty good. I think the 120 gold per minute actually is very underestimated talent. Because everyone wants to go carry lich, carry lich. Will be charged up. Output coming in. The Chief Rock sometimes around. Look at the size like can't do anything but hit with his aura. And he's still surviving under that magnifier. Slide on the next target. He's gonna go down together with Shakiro. Mata cannot last this attack. As Nodo looks for more, slows down Imba, and look at Imba go. Tries to TP, but the damage is sufficient. Imba will TP as of course. Now Kinaro decides maybe it's time to just push instead. Ascendancy has the same thought, and they go into the mid lane. Where they're gonna start to take some towers. Probably take that top lane of Rax. And Queen of Pain defending this. They lost most of their ultimates, but Reaper Scythe is still up. And even though the Chain Frost has been down, it's going to keep coming back up in 40 seconds. 20 seconds for that Nether Strike. Not that far away. The Familiars also have a second try, and this Visage not even going to be a full-on carry Visage. They go for the Rax. There's a last lane of Rax. There's no range Rax. Ensure that Troll is going to have a dive back in a bad time. Now, only the Queen of Pain alone. She's been stunned twice, 3 times, shoot it down. You will have to take all these roots away. No, still wanted to kill her, not going to get that final hit when the racks are down. The Mayapes are up. It's time for Clavis to push this up. Let's see. And they can just clean it. Oh, no, GG already coming up. No point to be lost anyway. No creativity will be taken out of this tournament as Clavis will take and proceed in the fun. Hope you enjoyed the game as per usual. My name has been The Swordfish. I've been your cast support today. If you did enjoy my cast, feel free to check out my Twitter, where I will also post up all the VODs for those of you who have missed the game or did not watch it properly. I'll put it anyway. I don't think it really. So do go check out my Twitter if you did enjoy the cast, and of course do go check out XBet if you want to bet with favorable odds and the highest payouts, and of course €100 deposit if XBet does. If you do go into XBet and use the code BRO or Bounty X. That's it, guys. We'll see you guys very soon at 8 CEST with the next game of the day, the next best of 1. If I'm not mistaken. No, 7 CEST is the next best of 1 between Comanche and Team Invisible. So we will see you guys then. Enjoy your wait. We'll put that on the screen now. Come back later. Until then, guys.